This morning, the president led the solemn ceremony remembering and paying tribute to those who lost and offered their lives when Bataan fell to Japanese hands and those Filipinos in the resistance, along with their American allies who endured pain, torture, and humiliation in the infamous Death March 83 years ago. In extolling their exceptional gallantry in the field of battle, the president also lauded those who lay everything on the line in taking care of their families and tiding them over the difficult challenges of day-to-day survival. Our Kenneth Paciente has more.
War is not the answer to resolve any conflict. That is the lesson to be learned from the bitter experience of the country during World War II, according to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. The president made this statement as he led the commemoration of the 83rd anniversary of Araw ng Kagitingan this year. He emphasized that this lesson must be carried over to the present time.
We celebrate the lessons that have been learned through this very terrible hardship and very terrible experience. The lessons that we learn are that the solution to war is not more war, and that the solution to war is only peace. An honorable peace that is arrived at by the different parties involved in having a hand and a voice in achieving that peace.
But in achieving peace, the chief executive underscored the importance of unity, especially since, according to him, different nations have varying perspectives.
Peace cannot be attained by one person, by one country alone. And that we have to bring together all the parties that are involved. These are the lessons that we hope to have learned.
This was echoed by Japan and the United States. According to Japanese Ambassador Endo Kazuya, despite the painful past, the relationship between Japan and the Philippines has only grown stronger, especially in the promotion of peace in the region.
The bond between Japan and the Philippines has reached an unprecedented level of friendship and cooperation under the leadership of President Marcos. This is clearly demonstrated in our shared efforts to enhance security and law enforcement capabilities. These include the transfer of air surveillance radar systems to the Philippine Air Force and the provision of multi-role response vessels to the Philippine Coast Guard. Notably, the Philippines is the only country that received Japan's official security assistance for 2 consecutive years.
Meanwhile, the U.S. emphasized its stronger bilateral relations with the country.
Following the war, our nations worked to rebuild together. The shared experience of the United States and the Philippines during and after the war forged unbreakable bonds between our two peoples. These bonds are now the foundations of the ironclad U.S.-Philippine alliance.
The leader of the land also did not forget to honor the contributions of veterans who offered their lives and safety for the peace and freedom that we now enjoy. He said, this must not be forgotten, and it is only right to remember their sacrifices and hardships every year.
We celebrate today the heroism of all those who fought here in Bataan. And we celebrate the peace that was hard-earned by the blood and the sacrifice of all our servicemen. Wala nang hihigit pa sa sakripisyong ipinamalas ng mga bayaning ginugunita natin ngayon. Inialay nila ang sariling buhay para sa kapayapaan at kalayaan ng bayan.
Ito ay pinapasalamatan namin bilang isang post-veteran. Ito ay nare-recognize yung aming mga nagawa nung kami pa ay nasa serbisyo pa.
Aside from the veterans, the president also recognized brave civilians who face everyday challenges with courage. From PTV Manila, Kenneth Paciente, Balitang Pambansa.